Welcome back, Fragrance Fiend here today with Frederic Malle's Bigarade Concentree, a classic from 2002, perfumed by Jean-Claude Ellena. As you can see, I've only got a little sample here and not a full bottle, and I've only ever done 1 or 2 videos like that before, but that generally means that I haven't been invested enough in the fragrance to actually commit to buying it. But don't let that be a giveaway of me not liking it, because this is actually a very positive review. And I may make a little more content actually reviewing samples, because I don't have the need to purchase a bunch of fragrances that smell quite similar to things I already have. But anyway, the write-up is a contemporary take on a classic eau de cologne. This verdant interpretation offers a slightly bitter, crisp edge. Stripped back and understated, this modern classic is laced with an overdose of bitter orange, radiant, acerbic, and linear. An instant classic that is once clean, sophisticated, and refined. This concentrated dose of the beloved Bigarade fragrance amplifies the strength and longevity of the experience. Now, depending where you look, there are a few different note breakdowns, so we're just going to take exactly what it says on the site, which is simply bitter orange, pink pepper, and cardamom, with a woody base of cedar wood and hay. So let's give it a little spray. Straight off the bat, you get pure, organic smelling bitter orange. Of course, that is what the fragrance is named, and it does exactly that. It honestly doesn't take that much of an imagination to actually wonder what it tastes like. Go and get a mandarin or orange. I personally say mandarin because they're a tiny bit more zestier. Peel the skin, tear it up a bit, and you'll smell exactly what you smell here. It's very minimalistic, but it's brilliant for what it is. I could imagine some people are probably wondering, like, who wants to smell like a bitter orange? But you really got to put yourself in that element of being out in the really hot sun and wearing, you know, something synthetic in contrast, where it's just like sickly sweet, or, as I've described a lot of fragrances before that lean to the fresher side as Lemon Pledge. This is both elegant, refined, sophisticated, fun, and super easy to wear for anyone of any age. But you're probably wondering, if I like this so much, why don't I actually own it? As you've probably noticed by now, I have a pretty extensive collection, especially when it comes to niche freshies. And for the time being, I simply don't need to acquire any more. So to break it up, I thought every now and then I might get a little sample of something I like and show you, the viewer. But anyway, I rambled. Back to the fragrance. So yeah, in the opening you get that incredible bitter orange, very organic. You do get a tiny bit of that pink pepper, which delivers a tiny bit of spice alongside that cardamom, but not too much, just enough to give it a tiny bit of an edge. I know I say that a lot, but I think you kind of get what I mean by now. I'm also not one to read reviews, but I was curious what people thought about this, and it actually has a very positive reception, despite the hay element somewhat going sour on some people. But to be honest, that's kind of the give and take when it comes to freshies. It won't always sit well on everyone's skin. Now to the critical part. Performance is unfortunately very poor. I feel like they should sell this fragrance in 52ml little samples opposed to one 100ml bottle, just so you can go out and top up throughout the day. That's also a tiny bit of a contributing factor. I've also said in the past I don't mind too much about performance, but this one is definitely below average. And now to the price, which is even less attractive. In America, we're talking $225 for 50ml and $340 for 100ml. Meanwhile, in Australia, it'll set you back $309 for 50ml and $420 for 100ml. In terms of the actual scent itself, I'd give it a 9 out of 10. The performance probably pulls it back overall to about a 6 out of 10, and the price I'm still going to sit at a 6 out of 10, so overall 6 out of 10. Complexity 0. It's completely linear, but I wouldn't change that at all. That's all for today's video. Thank you for watching. I will see you next time.